Let me immerse you in one of history's most captivating and enduring unsolved mysteries, the baffling disappearance of an entire English colony over 4 centuries ago. This haunting tale has confounded historians, archaeologists, and storytellers for generations, its grip on our collective imagination undimmed by time. Our story unfolds in 1587, under the ambitious patronage of Sir Walter Raleigh. A determined group of 115 souls, men, women, and children, embarked from England, braving the Atlantic with a singular dream: to establish the first permanent English settlement in the uncharted territories of the New World. Their chosen haven was Roanoke Island, a windswept strip of land nestled off the coast of what we now know as North Carolina. This wasn't England's first attempt at Roanoke. A smaller military-focused group had arrived in 1585 but abandoned the site due to hardships and conflicts with the Croatoan tribe. During the previous voyage, he reluctantly accepted the role of governor. Crucially, his pregnant daughter, Eleanor White Dare, and her husband Ananias Dare were also aboard. Mere weeks after landing, Eleanor made indelible history by giving birth to Virginia Dare. On August 18, 1587, the first child of English parents born in the Americas. Life in this promised land swiftly revealed its harsh reality. The settlers arrived too late in the season for planting. Supplies dwindled alarmingly fast. Relations with the local Native American tribes, already strained from previous encounters, grew increasingly tense and dangerous. Fear of attack became a constant companion. By late summer, facing starvation and vulnerability, the desperate colonists convinced Governor White to undertake a perilous mission: sail back to England for urgent reinforcements and vital supplies. With profound reluctance, torn by leaving his daughter and newborn granddaughter behind, White set sail in late August 1587. He vowed a swift return, expecting to be back within months. The settlers promised to leave a clear sign of their whereabouts if forced to move. Part 2. The Long Absence and the Chilling Discovery. White's journey back was fraught, but nothing compared to the cruel twist of fate awaiting him. He reached England as the nation was mobilizing for total war against the Spanish Armada. Queen Elizabeth II commandeered virtually every seaworthy vessel for the defense of the realm. White, despite frantic efforts, found himself trapped, unable to secure passage back to Roanoke. The promised few months stretched into 1 agonizing year, then 2, then 3 long years. White managed to secure passage on a privateering expedition in 1590, finally reaching Roanoke Island on August 18, 1590, his granddaughter, Virginia Dare's 3rd birthday. What he discovered was a scene of profound and chilling emptiness. The settlement stood abandoned. The houses had been carefully dismantled, not destroyed, suggesting a planned departure rather than a panicked flight. There were no bodies, no signs of a struggle, no evidence of fire or battle, no hastily dug graves. It was as if 115 people had simply vanished into the wilderness. The only clues were cryptic carvings. On a prominent wooden post at the entrance to the abandoned fort, the word Croatoan was deeply carved. On a nearby tree, the letters Crow were etched. White had agreed with the colonists that if they left under duress, they would carve a Maltese cross to signal danger. The absence of this cross offered a sliver of hope. Perhaps they had moved willingly to Croatoan Island, now Hatteras Island, home to a tribe historically considered friendly, the Hatteras or Croatoans. White desperately wanted to search Croatoan immediately, but a devastating storm blew up, damaging his ships and forcing the fleet to abandon the search and return to England. John White never returned to the New World, his heartbreak and the unsolved mystery his enduring legacy. Part 3. Centuries of Theories and the Enduring Search. For over 4 centuries, the fate of the lost colony has spawned countless theories. Integration with the Croatoan. This remains the most plausible theory, Later English settlers, like John Lawson in 1701, reported encountering members of the Hatteras tribe on Croatoan Island who claimed descent from white ancestors, had gray eyes, and could recount stories matching the lost colony. They stated some ancestors could talk in a book, implying literacy. Archaeological digs on Hatteras Island have yielded compelling evidence. Fragments of English pottery theories suggest they moved inland and were attacked or absorbed by other tribes, possibly hostile ones like the Croatoan or Powhatan Confederacy. Powhatan, father of Pocahontas, reportedly claimed years later to have killed the Roanoke colonists. While evidence is scant, some inland tribes later showed unexpected knowledge of European customs. Spanish intervention. Fearful of English encroachment, Spanish forces from Florida might have discovered and destroyed the colony. However, Spanish records show no knowledge of the colony's location or fate at the time, making this less likely. The Dare Stones. In the 1930s, engraved stones purportedly telling Eleanor Dare's story surfaced, claiming attacks and hardship. Most were conclusively proven to be elaborate hoaxes, discrediting the story they told. Part 4. Modern investigations and the what if. Modern technology has revitalized the search. Ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR. Surveys at Roanoke and potential relocation sites, like Site X, 50 miles inland at the confluence of the Chowan and Roanoke rivers, have revealed subsurface anomalies suggestive of structures or fortifications, though excavations haven't yet yielded definitive proof linking them to the lost colony. Advanced archaeology. Meticulous digs continue on Hatteras Island and at Site X. Analysis of soil layers, artifact distribution, and indigenous sites aims to pinpoint evidence of sustained English presence beyond mere trade goods. DNA studies. Ongoing projects seek to identify genetic markers in present-day populations, like the Lumbee tribe, or residents of coastal communities, potentially linked to the lost colonists, though the passage of time and intermixing make this incredibly complex. The Roanoke story captivates because it embodies a monumental what if. Had these 115 people survived and thrived, establishing the first permanence of the extreme peril, colonial ventures. It underscores how fragile human footholds were on that vast, unfamiliar continent. Part 5. The Unending Allure. Even today, over 430 years later, the mystery persists. New theories emerge periodically. Archaeological teams return to the field with fresh technology, and historians pore over old documents seeking overlooked clues. The hope remains that one day, a crucial piece of evidence, a definitive settlement, site, a preserved journal, irrefutable DNA proof, will finally reveal the fate of Virginia Dare, Eleanor and Ananias Dare, John White's family, and all the others. What do you believe happened to the lost colonists? Does the evidence of English artifacts integrated into Croatoan life on Hatteras Island convince you they found refuge and merged with the friendly tribe? Or do you suspect a more tragic end, lost at sea, victims of conflict, or succumbing to the harsh wilderness? The enduring power of the Roanoke mystery lies precisely in this unanswered question. It whispers that despite our modern knowledge, profound historical enigmas still linger, waiting for their solution, reminding us that the past holds secrets yet to be uncovered. The story of the lost colony remains not just an American mystery, but a human one, echoing through the centuries. More than 4 centuries have passed, yet the mystery of Roanoke endures. Were they lost to the sea, taken by conflict, or quietly absorbed into a new way of life? We may never know for sure. But what we do know is that over 100 men, women, and children vanished, leaving behind only scattered clues and a single, haunting word carved into a tree: Croatoan. The lost colony was the first English settlement in the New World, and with it came dreams of a new beginning. But what followed was silence, An eerie void where a thriving colony should have been. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just questions. Were they rescued or betrayed?